Welcome to Trevor Overload.
Hey, what's going on? Do you hate work? Are you so sick of them taking the best hours of your day? Well, come on in. Let's talk about video games for a little bit and break it up for a second. This is my show, Cliffs of Doverload. I'm your host, Scooter, and you can catch a ride with the Scooter Man. Dude, Borderlands, come on. I was there when it first came out. That was so sick. It was such a cool time in my life. I was going to community college, right? And my brother lived close to the college, so I'd always go over to his place. And he had a kegerator at the time filled with tangerine wheat. And so he had these giant mugs, like they could hold 2.5 beers, I think. And I would just load those up and play Borderlands. He ended up buying it. Dude, from the beginning, how do you not get hooked? Cage the Elephant came out with Ain't No Rest for the Wicked. And then right off the bat, you meet Claptrap, and then you go in to start killing skags, and you're figuring out that it's loot-based and dropping different weapons. And, quest-based, and how could you not love it? So I would just load up on tangerine wheat, get just drunk all day because I didn't have a job. I was just a poor kid going to college here and there, and I would play Borderlands. And I put so many hours into it. When the second one came out, we started to figure out that different bosses would drop like different legendaries, and so we'd farm them. We'd have little tallies. Me and my little brother and my buddy Nixa, who I talked about before, we'd have little tally marks, and sometimes it would take you like 50 times to kill these bosses before they'd drop the legendary, but that was so fun. I think Borderlands 2 was the last one I really played, because we just dumped so much time into it. After they started coming out with more and more, I was just burnt out. So playing Borderlands and that loot-based system, like I was like, where did the enjoyment of that come from? And it reminded me of something really cool as a kid, which was when Diablo 2 came out. So I would have been 14 at the time because it came out in 2000, and me and him just fell so in love with Diablo 2. Dude, what a cool game. You had different choices of guys you could pick. I obviously went Barbarian. You gotta be the heavy-hitting guy. You gotta kill mobs as fast as possible. That's what I thought would do it the best. And dude, getting that game where all the loot is dropping, different styles of loot, you're going and cleaning out caves, you're just fighting bad guys and leveling up. It's always such a cool feeling. I love leveling up and stuff. I mean, how do you not? That's the whole basis of video games. You gotta go, kill stuff, and get better and stronger, right? And Diablo 2 just tickled us in such a way. I think my cousin picked Sorceress. So how we would do it, we only had one copy of it. We'd boot it up on his PC. I couldn't play it at my house. Goddamn, I had Diablo right on the box. And my super culty mom was not gonna allow us to play something like that. So we booted it up at his house, and we would take our turns. And when you're 14, an hour takes a long time when you're waiting for someone else to do something. It did not take long when it was your turn. Man, it felt like you couldn't get barely anything done. In Diablo 2, that was also, you could play it online. And we were pretty much new to playing games like that on PC. So we hadn't played online before with a bunch of strangers. So that was awesome too. You'd go out in PvP, fight against, other players. But you'd see a guy running around camp as a barbarian, but he had paladin powers surrounding him. So we were like, something seems a little off here. And so that was our first foray into modding. I had no idea that you could do that. So we ended up meeting a bunch of people through those little servers who would just be like, hey, come over here, out of the kindness of their heart, dropping this crazy modified loot. And I remember we were 14, we'd never seen anything like this. And me and Mike would just belly laugh when they dropped something that would do, 12 million damage.
It's over 9,000! What?
Which is just absolutely breaking the game, They drop it for us and we could use it. We would just sit there dying, laughing, like, oh! Like, it was the most amazing thing we'd ever experienced. I remember that joy so well. It was crazy, man. And then we'd get to take that stuff into our main games and just demolish everything. Your one-hitting bosses, made it just absolutely unfair, but it was such a cool feeling to be that overpowered, especially in a game that we had grinded and grinded and grinded, because we just dumped hours into it, man. Diablo 2. I mean, and to this day, I know how important it was to me, because we'll still be like, stay a while and listen, Deckard Cain, you know? My name's Deckard Cain, and I come from Tristram. If you're looking for Diablo, you just missed him. Another one, I think from Act 4, Hail to you, champion. And then, dude, getting the Heradric Cube, figuring out you had to find Wart's Leg in this camp, and then you could go to this secret cow spot that they made, where all these cows with axes and swords and shit are coming at you, and just millions of mobs, it seemed like, coming at you, and you have to fight them all until the Cow King comes. I mean, what just a special game Diablo 2 was, man. And to be there when it first was out, I mean, that really put our gaming life on a certain track, you know? Where just, you gotta get better loot, you gotta look out for the legendaries, you're always just trying to get better, you're always leveling up. Amazing. And I still love that kind of gameplay to this day. I mean, who doesn't? It obviously wasn't the first style of that game that ever happened, but it was the very first, like, important one to me and my cousin, where we were doing that. Anyway, had to shine some light on Diablo 2. Absolutely amazing. Which brings me into cool stuff as an adult, which is watching these passions ignite in my kids. Particularly my son right now, because he's 5 years old, and he's at that age where he's figuring out video games, how to play them, getting his little reflexes in order, and he's finding games he likes, you know. He's playing like Rayman, I don't know if it's Legends or Origins, one of those. Side-scrollers, I always loved side-scrollers. I loved that game. It's not that old, but he's playing it on my PS5. Then Astro Boy came out, another platformery adventure type game. You know, more easy though. I liked it enough though. I played all of it with him. I 100%ed the whole game. He'd watch me do the harder parts, and he's still going back and playing little parts. But you know what the game he really likes is? Which is absolutely mind-blowing to me? Spelunky 2. Which I don't know if you've played Spelunky 2, but it is goddamn hard. It is roguelike, you know? So you make progress until you die, and then you restart and do the whole thing again until you die and restart and do the whole... But that game, everything's out to kill you. I mean, the first world alone is so hard to get past. There's like 4 floors to each level. So 1-1, you get it. And then you go to a new place. Man, there's so many secrets and crazy stuff in that game, but everything's out to kill you. There's traps everywhere. It is so mind-bogglingly hard. And I don't know why he got so attached to this game. I had ended up writing this game off. I didn't ever want to play it again because it was so difficult. And I was just like, I ain't got time for this shit. I didn't like the gameplay enough to want to keep going back into it. But my son liked it, so I did go back into it. And we ended up going through getting shortcuts to different levels so you could start farther in, to where actually we made all these shortcuts. I dumped hours of time in. I actually looked at the little thing on it. It says like 400 plus hours. Some of those might be just stagnant where it was sitting on the screen, but my son has put a lot of those hours into that game, which is crazy because he has no aspirations to like go and beat it. He just likes to do certain little things or see certain little floors. The hard part is, though, I got to stop him from getting frustrated because I tell him, dude, if you're going to play a game like this, you got to know that you're just going to die. That's a hard concept to understand when you're little. I was like, dude, that's why you got to play like Rayman or Astro Boy, because you can actually beat a level and then have some kind of feeling of joy and accomplishment instead of just, fuck, dying over and over. We ended up getting so far in Spelunky together, not playing co-op, because that just makes it so incredibly hard, but playing single player, that I ended up beating it. I mean, the base version of beating it, which is like you get to the 6th floor and fight this woman boss and shoot her in the face with a shotgun, and then you win. And we did it. I didn't expect I would ever beat that game. I had actually deleted it and was never going to touch it again. But there you go. He got me back into that, and we got so good we beat it. Beat it? Beat it. Sorry. But yeah, so it's cool to watch your kids get a passion for things you like as well, and to see this ignite in him, to see his little skills get better, to see his reflexes get better, to see him overcome these negative emotions, you know, because he got grounded from the game for like a week because we're just like, dude, you can't wake up and then ruin your entire day just being pissed off because you died in Spelunky 400 times in a row. So it's been a cool thing to watch him kind of grow past and figure it out. But yeah, man, so watching those passions ignite in your kids and seeing that happen is quite cool. Okay, relevant today? Well, we're just video game focused, because I guess that's what's going on this time. Relevant to me today is I'm playing first Berserker Khazan. It's like a Souls-like game, you know, with big bosses at the end of every level that just take grinding to learn all their moves and figure out. I don't usually like these games that much, or I get burnt out of them pretty quick, just because skill-wise, it's hard to keep up these days, man. But playing this game, I've actually been quite good at it, and quite good at figuring out all of this stuff and remembering the patterns. And oh, you know why? Because I don't drink anymore. I used to just sit and get fucked up and then try to fight these bosses, forget all the moves, forget all the buttons, and then try to do it the next day, not remembering any of their patterns, their timing, their strategy, and then just dying over and over. So no wonder I kept getting burnt out. Now, since I'm not drinking, I'm not smoking pot, I'm not doing anything that affects my memory, I can learn these things, figure them out, and make progress. Dude, I'm like 46% done with the game. I'm getting through it. I'm on Traka right now, if you guys are playing. It's this female water boss with like a umbrella, parasol, and jellyfish and shit. Pretty hard. I'm getting to a place where it's hard to grind because you have to get so many lacrima or whatever it's called. Whatever. But anyway, yeah, I'm sticking to it, and I'm getting better and better at it, and I'm figuring out all these stupid bosses. It's been pretty fun. I'm sure it's going to get just harder and harder and harder, but I'm keeping positive and staying on it, and it's been awesome. So, yeah, if you haven't checked out the first Berserker Khazan, I would. It's great. It's not as good as, say, Lies of P. I think Lies of P kept throwing in just new and cool stuff, and I liked that story. I liked the ambiance of it. I liked being a little robot guy that kept getting better, and your guns and different ballistics you could shoot, and dude, Lies of P really, really did it for me. But that's not what I'm talking about. Khazan. If you're on the fence about it because you don't know if your skills are there, I don't know, dude. Sometimes you just gotta grind a little bit and get better and better. These bosses aren't that hard to figure out. I mean, they're doing the same things over and over. They may have very large move sets, but you start to get the picture of what they're doing. You can see their wind-ups, and you can start blocking it. That's a cool thing, too. I'm Mr. Parry Boy in these games. Ching! Perfect parry and everything. But in this, you have to throw in your dodges, too. You can't just perfect parry everything. So it's been a nice balance of trying to float around, and it becomes a dance. You know, that's what's cool about these games. It becomes a dance. Your character doesn't feel too heavy. So, yeah, there you go. If you're on the fence about it, check it out. I'm a 38-year-old man. I'm getting through it. You know, sometimes you think that your reflexes are going to die, and you'll never be able to keep up, but guess what? I'm doing it. So can you. Okay. That's about it. I think we're done for the day. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about some video games, break up the monotony for a second. Especially just because I'm so irritated about having a job, having to work, having to make money to live. It's so irritating to me. But I'm not here to bitch. I'm just here to hopefully keep you entertained for a minute and to get my thoughts out. This is always helpful for me. I do have a song. I mean, come on, we talked about a couple of them. Cliffs of Dover, by the way, by Eric Johnson. If you haven't heard that song, go check it out. Some badass guitar playing. My little brother showed that to me. My little brother shreds on the guitar, and it is a fantastic song. I'm not going to ruin it for you. Just go check it out. It's badass. But since we talked about Cage the Elephant, Ain't No Rest for the Wicked, I figured I could change some lyrics to that. And I've never thought about this before, so I just made it up right before I came out here. So bear with me. I never watched the movie Wicked. It looks like dog shit to me. They made a green, not black, where they can suck my sack. Musicals are for the LGBT. Stupid, dude. I didn't even sing the original version, but everybody in the world knows it. But yeah, There you go. That's my show. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.